everybody, welcome to another Eternal Deck Tech. We have a very weird brew for you today, so this one's going to be a little bit fun. Big shout out to all the subs and patrons who do make this possible, and of course to inkgaming.com. I do really appreciate it. We did get a new patron this week, so I super appreciate that. And we are running a Milos Praxis tokens list. You can look down below as usual for the deck tech, and I'll kind of go over the choices for the cards. I think I want to redraw this. Everything being 4 is pretty nasty. This is a lot better. We do need Justice, but we've got some Scouts, and we still have Grenadin drone and Assembly line, so there's not a lot of Justice cards that we're running in the deck. There's a decent chance that we can kind of figure out something to do in the meantime. Shogun Scepter is really good on Milos, and it's just a decent card in general. I might just keep that. I'm a little bit worried about keeping it because obviously I want Justice for Milos, but we can... Start with a Yeti Snowslinger. That's actually pretty obnoxious. Let's play the Crest of Impulse. I'd love to see a Justice. Another Shogun Scepter. That one I'll definitely bottom here. I'll find something a little bit better. I think I have to double block. I don't want that sticking around. Not super happy about that. But I don't really need to have it around, especially if they're going to be playing Yetis. They might be playing like Wump or something. Wait. Trumpeting Wander. Huh. Okay, so they've got the Trumpeting Warhowler, which is interesting. I could trade with it. It is reckless. It has to attack. But, I mean, we've got Obelisk coming down. I think I'd rather get that online. So this is mono-primal stuff? I'm not sure what they're doing over there. We'll figure it out, I suppose. They look kind of aggressive with Yeti Snowslinger and Warhowler, but then there's Strategize. I don't know. We're at a crossroads here. I have no idea what our opponent's playing. That's a fun little situation to be in. Not have any idea what your opponent's up to is interesting sometimes. I'm hoping that we draw Justice, though, and then we can just Xenan Obelisk, and then the turn afterwards we go Milos, Bear Arms, and then start Shogun Sceptering and just get a massive board. So the idea of this is basically that tokens are good with Milos. We have a bunch of really spicy tech. Like I said, you can check out the deck tech for that. There's some very interesting things going on in this deck, I think. And I've had a lot of fun with it so far. Let's see if our opponent has figured out what they're going to do here. Taking a very long time on this Strategize. Okay. I'm just going to take the damage. I don't really need to block, I don't think. Oh, no. We drew one of our only other Justice cards, which is unfortunate. I'm going to slam back, though. I guess I could kill this Warhowler, but I'm not 100% certain I can actually block. I really don't know what they'd be running here. There's so many different things that it could be. I think I'd rather just try and outpace them. Killer Merchant. Okay, they're actually playing the game again, which is nice. Let's see what they've got. I mean, it's Hailstorm is possible, but that just wrecks their own board too. Boy, a Justice would sure be real cool. Torch. Torch is not bad. I'm going to torch that now. I don't love that, but I also don't want them to have the chance to draw another killer unit. They've already got something out of the market, which is going to have killer. Almost certainly they got something that's... Oh, wait, they are playing Hailstorm? Why would they have Hailstorm in a deck where it kills every single unit they've played? Whack. Okay, well... Huh. Got me, I suppose. It made no sense for them to have Hailstorm or to get it. That's really interesting. I'm making a long-form video right now, and I want to talk about some of these things, because there are things that you should not do in your deck. And I'm gonna put it out there that is definitely one of them. That's not a thing you ever want to do. Alright. Well, let's see what they have. They've got the snowball in a second. So they can, like, double killer this, or they can killer and snowball. Yeah, which is what they're going to do. We're winning the race, though. Oh, finally. Man, what a wild game. At this point, I don't think we want Milos. We might just want to go with, like, Red Canyon Smuggler and go with Stand Together. That actually seems really good. So, you know, I can go Milos, Smuggler, make it larger. Trade for... I could go for a Deforge Plate, too. Alright. My opponent's done. Deforge Plate wouldn't have been good because I didn't have Double Justice. Wild. Alright. Interesting. Very, very interesting game. I'm not sure why they had Hailstorm. I guess in the market, maybe? But, yeah, weird choices. In any case, let's go to game 2. We saw what happened once we got Justice. That powered up very, very fast. Okay, we've got game 2. We have better fixing, but we can't play anything. So let's toss that back. Slow hand, but I think it's okay. I'm gonna go with the Crest of Progress into maybe Trailmaker. Ooh, our opponent had to go to 6. So this one's gonna be a little bit interesting for both of us, I guess. Don't mind Grenadin Drone, but we'd rather just have some power cards if we can. Ooh, that's nice. I'm gonna still curve out here. I'm not gonna try and hold off for Milos. I don't want to take that risk. I'd rather just start getting some damage down as fast as possible. Okay, sure. So, actually, we're gonna attack in here, and then I'm gonna play Milos. And hopefully they don't have, like, a Hailstorm kind of an effect. Spite Feeder, sure. Ooh, I'd have loved that power card. That being said, I can Bear Arms and swing. Power card would have been amazing, so we could also Trailmaker this turn. No block with Spite Feeder. Huh. That feels weird because it seems like their deck is very focused on actually just dealing damage to us. Okay. Sorry, on milling us, not dealing damage to us. So that seems a little strange. Needing it for Devour is a thing, though. Another Spite Feeder. This shouldn't be a problem, as long as we can actually draw our power cards, which might be an issue. Assembly line is real gross. Let's just do that. I think our opponent scooped. Yep. Alright. Woo! Is that pretty good? I feel like making 3/6/6s there is pretty good. Okay, let's redraw this bad boy. Not super happy about that hand. This one's okay, though. Vault of the Praxis is an interesting, little bit of a slower plan. We will need a power card here eventually, but we're okay for now. Alright, I definitely want to keep a Praxis banner if we can. Let's play that next turn, depleted. And then we've got Amaran Stinger, and that works very well with things like Vault of the Praxis and Xenan Obelisk. We can actually draw on their turn, which is really funny. That is a little bit of a problem. I can go for... anything? I'm thinking about going Red Canyon Smuggler. I could go Red Canyon Smuggler and Stand Together, but I'm not sure that helps us. It might be better to Crest here and not let them know that I have anything. Do not need a second Vault. Because they might attack and then we can get in with the Amaran Stinger. I Have not seen a lot of Haru Pacifier in a long time, but that card is real good against us. Yeah, that's awful. That's real awful. I'm gonna vault here. I know that's a little bit crazy, because we're spending so much time not doing anything. But I wouldn't mind it if they just slam in, and then hopefully we can, like, assembly line or stinger. Try and get something going so we can draw a bunch of cards and maybe go wide around this. We're under a very, very tight clock, though. They've got a great start. Yeah, this is a really, really, really strong start. Just all flyers, very aggressive, and stuff that locks us out of the game. Nasty. Milos Bear Arms is cool, but not something I can really do here.
I'll finish this quickly.
Well, I'm going to try and just get Stinger. We've got to try and high roll and get a lot of stuff, or have them block. Do they actually have the pump spell, too? Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, there's no way I can win. Well, that's unfortunate, but that just wrecks us. There's no possible way out at that point. They're drawing 2 extra cards and dealing us 10 damage in the air at minimum. There's no way out. I can't deal them enough damage to erase that. Very, very, very sick hand from our opponent. Well, this hand is awkward. 1 Justice and it's amazing. Any power and it's okay. We are on the draw. We have a scout. 23 options to hit. I think we've just got to redraw that. It's just too risky. Yeah, this is better. It's slower, but it's a lot less reliant on the draw. Uh-oh. Aggro? Aggro's fine if we can find our early plays, of which we have many, which might be a problem, though, if this is how we're drawing. Uh-oh. Okay, our opponent is deciding to play.
This city will burn.
Alright, so our opponent almost timed out, and then decided to pass the turn to us, so it looks like we're in for a very, very slow, painful death here, because they've got an excellent, excellent curve. 1-drop, 2-drop. Best 1-drop, 2-drop you can probably have in this deck. I mean, they're just playing Skycrag, but it looks like they're probably just not paying any attention to what they're actually doing here. They don't really... They're not really actually paying attention to how they're playing the game. Yeah, like, they're just kind of going in mindlessly. I think that they're probably, like, busy doing other things and not actually paying much attention to what's going on in the game. They're just gonna time out again. No. Oh, they didn't this time. That's nice. Well, let's Stinger. I know I can't charge in, but it does give us a block later on. This is a sick, sick, sick top deck as the first thing to hit. Okay, our opponent went almost to time again, but now they've decided to double attack with this, and they drew another Warcry thing already, which was Ornate Katana, which is just really, 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 really strong for them. Just amazing. And, yeah, they're just kind of crushing us here. Unfortunate. Really nothing I can do about that game. Okay, so 2 of the absolute best draws I've seen for a long time in a row, and we have been thoroughly demolished the last 2 games. Hopefully this opponent actually decides to play, though. That last game was very, very long, as you can tell by my chopped up editing on that, for being like 3 turns long. Let's keep this. This hand's got the Milos Shogun Scepter plan. It also has Amaran Stinger, so that seems pretty good. Have some nice options here.
Time quickens.
Oof. I hate seeing Initiate of the Sands. I was playing earlier and I had somebody go Initiate of the Sands, turn 2, Initiate. And then, Initiate, and then after that they played Minotaur Ambassador on turn 3, turn 4, Martyr's Chains. Right here. Oh, sorry, turn 4 Tell It is what it was, not Martyr's Chains. I couldn't remember exactly which silly one it was. Had some rough ones seen Initiate today, so I'm hoping that it's nothing like that. At least it's just the Temple Scribe this time. Wow. Okay, yep. Turn 3 Obelisk is pretty good. We do get our Amaran Stinger in. I could also just play Milos. Hope they don't have Torch. That's the problem. I think I want to hit with Amaran Stinger while I have the chance. Getting some Scorpions could be huge here. Kind of in a bit of a mirror match. Another good thing about the Amaran Stinger is that it doesn't actually die to a Torch, right? So if they have that, then we still have a block after this. I can also go Milos into Grenadin Drone if we draw power.
It'll get the job done.
And Merchant. Gross. Man, this hand is insane again. It's not as bad as the last two that we played against. That was the nut perfect Skycrag hand. But this is tough. This is a very, very tough one.
Time quickens.
Wow. We're almost at 8 power with only a couple turns in. Yikes. I would love, 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 love to draw power myself. I think I have to Shogun Scepter and pass, because I just need blockers. Very likely that they got, like, Heart of the Vault, or, wow. Like, Burning Embers. There's a lot of stuff they could have here. Power cards would be good. So if we bear arms and then play the drone, trying to find the best ways to block, because we're just getting destroyed here by not having any power. Need trail makers or something. Trap is helpful. Also triggering the bear arms is great. Cloud of Ash. Okay, well, nothing I can do about that. Just another insane hand. Wish that we had some more interesting games here. We just had some really awkward draws where we just got stuck on power and our opponent had some unreal draws. So those 3 games in a row just kind of sucked. But hey, we got to see it in action early on. And if we'd drawn power there, you could see how we could possibly have fought that. We just ended up getting really, really, really stuck. Just happened a couple games in a row, and yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens. Unfortunate, but I hope that you enjoyed it anyways. Thanks again to all the people that do sub and give patron money and everything to help me out. I do really, really appreciate it. It's the only way that I get to keep making these videos, and I'm going to be hopefully having a long-form video, just kind of on, like, theory crafting with deck building and stuff a little bit, coming down the pipeline. It takes a little bit more work to do a more scripted video, as it were, though, so it might take me a little bit of time, but look forward to that in the future, and I will see you all next week for another deck video. See you then.